Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with the next update for my deck of panning project Pan. This project was started by Emilynmax here on YouTube, and she was inspired by Books with Maddie, who did this kind of as a TBR game, and then obviously Emily created like a panning project out of it. I absolutely love this project, it's so much fun. But before I jump into any of the products that I'm working on, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's just jump into my first item. So the first item that I have in this project is my Clarins Instant Light Lip Perfector. This is a lip gloss that I rolled in at the introduction of this project, and I believe I rolled this in for my most expensive in the category. And this one I've been working really hard on in the past month, and I reached for this 54 times, which is pretty good. And I'm happy to say that I do have pretty decent progress. I used up quite a lot, especially if you compare it to how I've done in the previous months, and I don't have very much left of this, which is very exciting. I don't know if this will going to be done by next update, because I do have quite a lot left if you compare again to my previous updates. But since I did so well in the past month, maybe I can push myself to use this up, but I can't guarantee anything. But it definitely will be done in the next 2 months. So the next item that I have, I rolled in for the match color, random color generator, I think it's called, and I will pop up the picture of what the color looks like that I pulled in. And it's a beautiful kind of greenish shade, and I rolled in a shade from my Juvia's Place, the Tri palette, and the shade that I was working on is the shade Tootsie, and this right here is where I was with this eyeshadow last update. And I'm really happy to report that I was actually able to pan on this eyeshadow. The pan is very strange, it's almost like the eyeshadow cracked at the bottom, and then I did hit pan on it, but it hasn't fallen out, nothing kind of shattered or anything. It just kind of hit a really strange pan, but it's a beautiful shade, and I have been rocking this eyeshadow a lot in my recent videos. I think you've probably seen that, and I do use a lot of this every time I use it, because most of the time I use it kind of all over my lid, and I topped it with a shimmer shade. So in the past month I reached for this an additional 3 times for a total of 10 uses to hit pan on it. So since I hit pan on this eyeshadow, that means that I have 1 goal hit at least for this update, which is very exciting. So I'll pick something new for this at the end of the video. The second eyeshadow that I rolled in comes from my Anastasia Prism Palette, and I rolled this in for your astrology sign. And since I'm not really sure kind of what astrology makeup I would have, I just googled kind of colors for my zodiac sign, which is Scorpio, and I picked a color from there. And the color that I picked was very close to a shade in this palette, which is the shade Eternal. So I'll pop up the picture of where I was last month, and my goal again with this was to hit pan on it, and I'm happy to report again that I was able to hit pan on it, which is very exciting. This was more of a neutral shade, so it was easier for me to hit pan on, and it only took me an additional 5 uses for a total of 8 uses to hit pan on this eyeshadow. The next item I have is the item that I pulled for the Joker card. So last update I pulled the Joker, which I was not expecting, and I wasn't really sure what to add in for it, but I decided to go with this item right here, which is my MAC paint pot in the shade Groundwork. And this is just like a paint pot cream eyeshadow, and I do have a couple of these in my collection, but I never reach for them because I like powder eyeshadow more. I don't like these colored bases that much. The only kind of shade I would use out of these are more of a nude base as a primer, but because of that these are very neglected in my collection, and that's why I decided to add this in as my Joker card, because I used to don't reach for them very often. But the shade that I rolled in looked like this at the last update. I have actually revived this since, so I did kind of stir everything around and pressed it down. I just pressed it down with a tissue and worked really well. So this right here is what this looks like now, and it's become really creamy again, and I feel like I definitely need to stir it around, and since then it's been working fine. So my goal with this is to use it 50 times, since it is the Joker product. I wasn't sure if I could hit pan on it, although I feel like maybe now since I kind of repressed it I might have been able to, but I'm not going to kind of try to hit pan on it. I want to more kind of wear it down evenly, and since repressing it there's been a lot of product on the sides, as you might be able to see there, and I've been just trying to like wear that away instead of digging in the center, just to kind of try to get those down before they dry out again. But so far I reached for this 11 times, which is pretty good. It's better than I thought I would do. And someone actually commented, I think someone commented on it, to try to use this as a contour shade. So I have done that a couple times. I'm not wearing that today, but I would say at least half of the uses that I have is from that. So thank you for giving me that advice. And the rest of them I used to use as like an eyeshadow. So that's where I am with this product. I have a long way to go with 50 uses, but at least I got 11 uses in the past month. Then the final product that I rolled in is for the oldest of a category, and I decided to roll in my oldest highlighter, which is my Mary Luminizer from the Balm. And with this one again, I have a usage goal of 50 because I didn't really want to pan on it. I just want to again wear it down more evenly. So far in the past month I have used this 21 times, and this is what this one looks like right now. So I don't know how much kind of progress you can see on this, but I can definitely see that I'm getting some use out of it, and it's starting to kind of dip down a little bit in the center. But again, I'm not trying to create a dip, I'm not trying to pan, I'm just trying to get more use out of it. So this is one that I'm gonna try to focus on to get out next month, because I only have 29 uses left on this, and since there is 1 month between each update, I hope that if I wear this every single time I do my makeup, either like as an inner corner highlight, as a brow bone highlight, or obviously as a regular highlight, I should be able to hit my goal on this. So that's what I'm going to try to do. It might be a lofty goal, but I'm really going to push myself to try to get this out next month. That means that I have 2 goals hit for the 2 eyeshadows that were in this project. So I will go ahead and roll in 2 new items, and I did actually get a new deck of cards for this project. I didn't specifically get it for this project, but this is the Club Nebula deck of cards from Kaleidos. I did get the Kaleidos palette in the past month, or like in April. So I really just want to pick this up because I think this is a beautiful deck of cards, and I just really want to pick them up. So I am going to actually use them for the first time in this video. So they are brand new, which means I probably will have to shuffle them, but I can't get these out apparently without making a mess. But I need to get one of the jokers out. There are 2 jokers in this deck, and I'm going to keep one of them in and take the other one out. And then I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle this deck. But before I do, just look like how beautiful they are. Like, the cards are just absolutely stunning. They're just, yeah, I really like them. So that's why I want to pick these up. But I'm going to go ahead and shuffle and then pull out my game board on my laptop, and we'll pick 2 cards. So I have pulled out my game board here on my laptop in my lap, and I do have my deck of cards shuffled. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it on camera, but I did shuffle it like 10 times because it is a new deck, so I just really wanted to like make sure it's shuffled. But I do have it here now, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick 2 cards. The first one is gonna be the Diamonds of 5. Okay, so that is a pencil product. So that's gonna be the first one that I'm rolling in. The second one is gonna be the 10 of clubs. Okay, so this is going to be a difficult one because this one is an award winner, so we'll have to do some research before I pick that product out. Those are the 2 items that I'm going to roll in, so I'm going to take a break from filming. I'm going to pick those 2 items out, and I will be right back. So I'm back, and I have my products that I picked out. So I'm going to start with the pencil, and for this one I might be cheating a bit, but what I decided to do is I'm going to roll in all of these. These are all my lip liners. I have quite a few here, but these are all the lip liners that I own. But since I don't really use lip liners that often, I don't really know which ones out of these are still good, which ones have gone bad. And I was thinking about panning one of them. Maybe I should like throw in one of these nude ones because I have 3 of them, like 4 if count this Mobby one. I have some bright ones. I have some that are getting quite short. So I was thinking, should I pan one of them? Should I roll them in? Because I was like, when it comes to pencils, I have my eyeliners and my lip liners, but I'm already panning quite a few different eyeliners, so I thought lip liner is probably the best way to go. And with these ones, I just have decided to put in a goal to use all of these at least 3 times each, and just get a better idea of them to see which ones have gone bad, which ones are still good, which ones I like, which ones I don't like, and just get a better idea of my lip liner collection. Because like I said, I never use lip liners, so I don't really know which of these I like. And like I said, some of these are a bit older, so I just want to see if they're still good. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull in all of my lip liners, and I want to use them at least 3 times, or just decide if I want to declutter them. So that is going to be my first goal, or my first products. And then for the second one, we rolled in an award winner, and for that I decided to go with my Professional primer. I didn't actually look it up, but I think I'm definitely positive that this has gotten some sort of award, because it is a cult classic. It's been around for years and years and years, and it was super hyped up, so that's what I'm going to go with. I don't have too much left of this. I have marked it there on the back, and I feel like I don't really want to use it up because it is a product that I always have, like, want to have in my collection, because Like when I want a portfolio, this is the one I usually go for, but also I don't reach for this anymore. I don't really feel like I need this. Like years ago my skin was way worse than it is now, and I felt like I needed to use this every single day to like have a smooth look to my skin, whereas now the skincare that I've been using, maybe it's getting older, things like that, my skin has gotten much better, and I don't really use this at all. So I'm still gonna put in the goal to use this up, especially since I don't have this much, and if I ever feel like I need to repurchase this in the future, I can just do that. So that's what I'm gonna do, use this one up and then use all of these lip liners at least 3 times each. But that, you guys, was it for this update. I really hope you enjoyed it. I did hit 2 goals last month, and next month I'm not really sure what I will be able to kind of goal on. I'm gonna try to roll it out the Emilynmax, like I mentioned, but it might be a stretch. And same with this one, I'm gonna really try to push this one out next month, but again, it might be a stretch. So we'll see if I have any empties or any kind of goals hit by next update. But that is it for today. I really hope you're having a lovely day, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!